Hi friends, good morning. Today I am doing a little voiceover vlog day in my life. This was a Saturday, it was the weekend and I slept in. That rarely happens, I don't know what happened, but I woke up at 9:20. I slept for over 9 hours, pretty good. And I'm just going to bring you along in my day. It's nothing too crazy, but it was kind of fun. And I just thought I hadn't done this in a while, and it was about time. I've not prepared a script, so good luck. This was my outfit. It was very, very warm, so I wore a sports set, the biker shorts and sports bra are from Able, and they are buttery soft and so comfortable, and I really like them. I love opening my windows and leaning out my window first thing in the morning. Take a big breath of fresh air. It's really a routine thing. And then I had some water, stared at the wall, and then I made my bed. It's been very hot, so I've just been sleeping under the bed sheets, but I don't know. I don't know how to make a bed. I don't know, but this is what I did. And that's Yip, my stuffed animal. Then I got ready for the day on weekend days, and honestly a lot of other days in the week. I don't have a very proper and set routine. That's a thing that I'm really working on. But I'm trying to get ready immediately, or at least, get ready in the sense of getting my contacts in, because that'll make me feel more awake, wash my skin, brush my teeth. Sometimes on a weekend day I'll wait a while with that, and before you know it, it's about lunchtime, about to be lunchtime, and you haven't brushed your teeth, it's not the best feeling. So here I was being very good and immediately washing my face in the morning and getting ready properly. I use a La Roche-Posay face wash. In the morning I'll often wash my face with just water, but on this day I used a face wash. It really depends on if I was sweaty during the night, Depends on the circumstances. But after that, I'm doing my skincare, and I recently got some new skincare. This is Beauty of Joseon. I really don't know the name. It's Korean skincare. And I got a new sunscreen from that brand. It was very popular, but this is their moisturizer. And I thought I would give it a try because it has niacinamide, and I've been having some redness issues in my face, and that's good for that. Here was smelling it for the first time, and I'm not loving that. But we're gonna use this product up and see what it does to my skin. And the sunscreen I got new as well. You'll see that in a bit. But I got it because my friend has it and recommended it. It's this one. It's been very popular, but for good reason. 2 of my best friends have it, and I've tried it from them. And my friend told me that she doesn't get acne from it because she struggles with acne, and it doesn't leave her skin feeling greasy. And I had that experience when wearing it, and finding a sunscreen is just hard. Here I said ja lekker, which is the sign for my family to make coffee, because it's yes please or like yes delicious, and we just shout that through the house and then someone will make coffee. So I came downstairs and the coffee was brewing and my cat was playing, not being entertained enough by us, so I walked away. Then I was like, okay, we're gonna do a cheers, and then my mom and dad were just messing around. It's always like this. I love them so dearly, and I'm really cherishing my time with them. Here we are really actively trying to cheer. Cheers. Yes, cheers. Prost. Okay, I don't know. That was my breakfast. It looks horrendous, but it was delicious. It was oats by Upfront in apple cinnamon. Then I loaded the dishwasher. And then I waved goodbye to my cat, who jumped out the window. Bye. I cleaned my room a little bit. I did a bit of tidying up because I like having a clean space. Clean space, clean mind. here's the Norwegian chocolate that my family brought from vacation. It's the best chocolate that there is, truly. Sorry, Switzerland, but Norway has, in my opinion, better chocolate. I love it a lot. I'm just tidying up. It was a bit gloomy on this day, but it was still really warm and a bit humid, so that's why I'm walking around in this set for most of the vlog. I don't often wear things like that. Usually I really like to kind of be a little bit more covered up, especially when filming, but I'm going to assume that you guys are girlies, and this is safe to do on the internet, because it's really not that deep, but the internet freaks me out. Anyway, stinky girl, put some deodorant on. Anyway, then I tidied my room, but also for myself, wearing shorts and stuff in the summer has been a really big transition. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but it's like, oh my god, where are all the layers? Anyway, then I spent a lot of time at my computer, FaceTiming bestie. She's almost in a relationship and got pulled to a big birthday party from the guy that she's dating, so I had to hear all the tea. It was a lot, and it was funny. And after searching on the internet for furniture and editing and doing all the things, it was already lunchtime. I can't eat yeast. I have an intolerance, pretty bad one. Also for rye, a little. So a lot of breads aren't available to me, only sourdough if it's without rye. But it's really hard to find here, so I usually eat tortillas. And these are the corn and wheat ones. I put some honey, mustard, dill dressing, and sriracha on there. This was a lot of sauce. I don't normally do that, but I got really nervous that I was filming. And I put some cheese on it, and cucumber, lettuce, and then we had some leftover falafel. And I just made tortillas for lunch. And I sat outside and ate that, and it was so delicious. I had a really nice time. Because it was a bit gloomy that day, I was also feeling a bit gloomy, and that was starting to kick in right about now. I don't know, I had a nice slow morning. Maybe it was the computer time as well, but it just felt like a little bit of a weird day. I don't know if you relate to that, but sometimes I just get a feeling like I'm not really in the day, and that was kind of starting to happen, so I made the most of it. But, you know, I can't really show that in clips in a vlog, but I was feeling a little weird. And I remember on this day that I kept being like, because it's an ASMR vlog, I can't really just update you in my normal voice about my day, but I wish that I could. I could have, but the audio quality would be all weird, I don't know. But I ended up sitting under the veranda in the backyard. This is my favorite spot in the house, and I just had lunch and stared at the trees and the sky. And it was lovely. I dropped something immediately, some falafel in the couch. I don't know, it happens to the best of us. That was the nod of approval. It was really good. And then I just, you know, sat there and figured out what I wanted to do the rest of the day. I was home alone because my parents were out somewhere, but on the way back they did stop at IKEA for me, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I was kind of waiting for them to get back, and it took a while, so I was kind of entertaining myself until then. So I spent some time editing a video project that I was doing for my Yoga Nidra teacher training. I started that pretty recently. It's a 100-hour course, and I want to capture the process. I don't know if it's going to go up publicly or if I'm just gonna post it for the community or for my teachers. I don't know yet, but I thought that that would be fun, creative outlet for me while I'm also, you know, learning so much, and I can look back and, I don't know, see my growth or something, I guess. And I do my reflections on there as well. So I was just doing a rough cut, which for me means that I am making sure that all the videos are horizontal if I record it on my phone, that the audio is leveled mostly, and just making rough cuts in the videos, so taking out all the oohs and ahs and ums and pauses and irrelevant information, moving footage around for the storyline. That all for me entails a rough cut. and then later I go in with text and music. It really depends. Then I had a snack, some cashew nuts, I think it was, and I did some yoga nidra teacher training work. So I wrote down some reflections in my journal. This is the journal that I'm keeping, and this is the vision board that I made for it to motivate myself. And I had to update my practice log. I've been practicing every day and logging it, which has been nice. And then it was time for practice. I did a 40-minute yoga nidra session, and I rolled out my yoga mat. It's from Decathlon, and it's really nice because it's really not slippery. You can be in downward dog as long as you want to, and your hands won't move. And I've really been loving that. It's hard to find a mat that's comfortable in that way and non-slip. That was me passed out. And this was the outfit, and I went for a mental health walk. Of course, the yoga nidra thing was like reenacted because I'm not filming myself in the session. But here I went for a walk outside. It was really nice. The weather was pretty good. I was trying to find a spot that a friend recommended to me, but I really couldn't find it. So I just walked around for a while and then just turned back. I'm also recording this with my window open, so you're getting a bit more nature sounds, I think, than normally. I hope that adds to the ambiance. But yeah, I really like living close to the woods. It's such a gift. There was an open field, and there was a little rabbit who ran by, and I just got to capture it. It was very, very fast. There she goes. And then when I got home, my package was also there from IKEA. I've been looking for this nightstand for a while, and I searched IKEA on Marketplace, and I did end up buying it new. It's the Nordskisika, whatever, bamboo nightstand, and I just wanted to have a little bit less white furniture. It was just bugging me. So I decided to get this nightstand. I like that it has several layers. Here I was just playing around, I don't know. But I like that it has a drawer and then a layer above that, and then the top, and then below there's also a layer. So I don't have to put so much on top of my nightstand, if that makes sense. And this looks a little bit more airy. I really don't know how to phrase this right, but I have this white nightstand that I showed at the beginning, and it's just a block, and I don't like that. So I don't know, it feels like a big change to me. It's not, but this was kind of a small way to make a big change, feeling wise. When I look at my bed now, I really like the way it looks, especially with the plant there as well. I don't know. So I was just putting this together and listening to a podcast in the meantime, and I had a really good time. I listened to Statesmere Singles from Lizzie and Emma. It's a Dutch podcast about singlehood, and they do a lot of research on it, and it's just been really nice. This one was about friendship, and I was thinking about bestie a lot. And that was also who I went to go see later that night. I did not film dinner whatsoever, because I forgot. But me and my friends met up and got ice cream. It was raining a lot, so we were under an umbrella walking around, chatting, catching up, while all of our other friends were at a festival, and then we had some tea at a terrace. Like the grandmas we were under a blanket. And then this was on the drive back. It was really cool. Don't film yourself while doing this, okay? I just did it because there was no one there, and it made me feel like a main character. And I tried to make things really cozy in my room. It was all cleaned up, new nightstand, new vibes, and I just wanted to hang out and read. I was definitely tired. I was reading I'll Look For You Everywhere by Cameron. I don't remember her last name. She was very famous on social media from what I experienced about writing this book, so I wanted to read it. But it really irked me. A lot of things irked me. So I was vibing and reading it, but then I decided to DNF it and buy another book that I really wanted to read. and it was Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone, and that's the book that I'm currently reading. I will give you my reviews in a book video, of course, but it got really late and it was bedtime, so it's time for me to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you had a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I will gladly see you in my next video. Bye!